And in response to the reproductive justice movement, we have young women that are being very thoughtful about the way policy, poverty, economic conditions, issues of equity impact their lives, and they're really taking action. The net end is their opportunity to expand on their thinking and to build their base of young women in a safe and fun and nurturing environment and with their children. We really, really make an effort to have women that we work with step outside of their roles and do things that are challenging. And actually the knit in is challenging because it helps them to do something that they've never done before, and also to team up and to problem solve and to support each other and learning a new skill. And when we do that, we also talk about life and how our lives are changing, or how the outside world impacts our lives.
I think this is the perfect opportunity that we have so many different women in the room. We have expecting moms, young moms, older moms, grandparents, people who aren't parents. I think maybe I'm kind of directing this question to maybe grandmothers or older women. What are some suggestions that maybe you can give to us young moms who already have kids or are expecting kids, like when things get to be hard, or when we feel like maybe we don't want to go to school anymore, or whatever the case may be? Like, what are some techniques that helped you guys to get through hard times? Maybe you can help us through that.
Knowing education is the key, because it's the only way that you're gonna, in this expensive city, like you said, get a job, find a place, and not just getting education, finding out what your passion is and trying to pursue that, because that's only going to enhance you and your child, because you're going to be happy in what you're pursuing.
Feeling like you don't want to is not an option. You can't. There's no such thing as you don't want to, or I don't feel you don't have that luxury when you have somebody that's supporting you, and that you're responsible for, and somebody that's depending upon you. You can live with your mother, you can not live with your mother, that's fine, but that baby, that little person you bring into the world is your responsibility. So you don't have the option or the luxury of feeling like you don't want to. You have to, and that's it.
I was 16, going on 17, going into my last year of high school when I had internet. Wasn't easy, but it's a lot easier than what it is now for you young mothers. I had my mother all the way 100%. I had my family. Unfortunately, a lot of the children now and the young mothers don't have that. And until today, I still have my mother back. So I was able not only, and then I had determination. So I wanted to do. And you, like she said, you can't just, because you have a baby, you can't just, that's not the end of the world. Whatever decisions you make affect your child as well as your family together. And that was something I always told Antoinette growing up, even now. Whatever decision you make, because now she's a young mother, whatever decision you make is going to affect, it's not going to affect you as much as it will affect your child. It's going to affect your family and your child more. So, and without education, because education is the key, you will not make it.
Jaleesa's quote, I love her quote, she's going, I'm pregnant, not handicapped, but I needed support. I can do everything I need to do, I just need support. And we just take her message and keep going with all the other girls.
I came up with an issue with a child care situation. They have a program called the LIFE program. It's living for young families through education. And I was in Catholic school at the time, and I was told I could not go to that Life Center because I'm in Catholic school, and it's a New York State program. It's funded by New York State, but comes to find out, my school do get New York State fund from the school, they do get funding from New York State. So I called for 2 weeks straight for childcare, and they keep telling me, no, you can't get it. No, you can't get it. Your Catholic school. I called every day until the lady finally picked up the phone and said, you know what? Just put your child in there, and go ahead. You could go to school. You could, because that would have stopped me if I didn't have no childcare. How was I supposed to go to school? And I knew a young woman who was in my school also. We never really got to talk at first. I didn't have a child, and I ended up having a kid. So I saw her and I said, what's your childcare like? And she said, well, here and there, his grandmother watches him. I had to pay his grandmother. And I was like, you know what? There's a childcare center a couple blocks from the school. You should try to get your son into there. And I felt that if I wasn't informed and pushed by the collective to say, go ahead, call every day, make sure you get that spot, I wouldn't be able to inform her and spread the news. So now, within my Catholic school, the girls who get pregnant there have their child there. And I'm really like, I wouldn't have seen that if I wasn't exposed to the information that the collective gave me.